Hey everybody, Future Chance here. I just wanted to pop in at the beginning of this video to let you guys know that there was some mess ups when I was recording this video. I didn't realize until after I'd already finished making the video that the audio wasn't being captured correctly. Um, I accidentally caught the audio just from the DAEMON program, so there is some sound effects from that, but not from the main game itself. I do apologize for that. And then also, there is a point later in the game there, one of the endings has you change the time of your computer in order to get it, and this caused my Audacity program to crash. Um, I do plan on re-recording all the dialogue that was read out, but I can't remember exactly what my reactions were. So I do apologize for that. I hope you guys have a great one, and I'll be seeing you guys in just a sec. Hey everybody, it's Chance here with yet another episode of Who's Lila? I realized I accidentally said Garbage Heathen, and it's Garage Heathen. I just wanted to correct that because I was like, this word isn't right, and I was wrong the whole time. It's garage, not garbage. Those are two different things. I do apologize to Garage Heathen. I did not mean to put your name associated with garbage because I don't know you, and also this game is pretty good, so I would have no reason to think that. So I do apologize. But otherwise, but last time, we got a few more endings. Detective Yu shot William, and William is dead? Unclear. We still have that wheel that we haven't done anything with. Um, and I don't know. It's hard for me to be like, this is what happened last time because it's very because it's not really clear 100% what's going on yet, and even then it's not linear, so it's kind of hard to like pace out in such a way. Um, we learned a way to kill Lila, um, but it does sound like we just have to kill everybody. So I'm not really sure, honestly. And we looked through Lila's phone, not Lila, sorry, Tanya's phone, um, and now we're gonna go to her house. Wake up. We're going to the house. I took out the daemon. I still have it. I still have the thing open just in case. Um, but I won't have it on the screen until it becomes relevant again. As it doesn't look like it's relevant anymore, at least for right now, at least. So in a way, could be sleepy. Okay, so now. Wait, I had a save game. Whoops. You know, I'm only human, and we all make mistakes. Bum ba dum bum bum boom. Let's leave. I don't need to be here anymore. Get out of here. School is for losers. We're going to Tanya's place. Tanya. Okay. But this is so wrong, isn't it? I guess so, yeah. Do you love me well? Yeah. Yeah, I think I do. What's wrong? I'm sorry, it just felt weird to say that. For some reason. I mean, I get it. If I were you, I wouldn't trust myself either. No, no, no. It's not about that. You just remind me of someone I knew. Is that so? Honestly, I feel a little offended. But after I did what I did to Mike, I don't really deserve anything better, do I? But aren't you Lila? Huh? What was that you said? Aren't you Lila? What? If it's a joke, I don't get it. Who's Lila? Some girl you like? No. No, it's... I don't remember who that is. I don't... I don't remember. I don't remember. Will? Will, are you alright? Will? Yeah. Yeah, I'm alright. My face is just doing its shenanigans again, I guess. Don't worry, dear. It's difficult for me to express emotions. I envy other people, but I have to make a conscious decision. Something's wrong. What the hell's going on, Will? Tell her to be quiet. Will is not here anymore. Please be quiet. Everything's alright. What's gotten into you? This is a prank. Don't even bother calling me after that. What the fuck is in your arms? I don't understand, William. This is too much. You don't look like him at all. Will, what's happened to you? See, Will? This is what you get for trying to get rid of me. Watch carefully. You can begin. Sure. There's no need to scream, Tanya. Everything's... The lovers. That's what do you got for me, detective? Poor William. He deserved it, you. After all, killing that bitch was his idea. I don't believe you. Why not, detective? Will thought she was me. I guess he hated me that much. He thought I came back for him. I only helped him finish what he started. Will is not a killer. We seem to have exhausted the cards to talk about. Okay. Alright. Wake up. Okay. So we got that stuff. Okay, so it turns out I could have confined the cursor this entire time, which would have made making this video a lot easier. Okay. So now I'm not 100% sure what to do, so I am looking at a walkthrough. Most of the other endings kind of flowed into each other. It's just this one I'm not really sure of. So what we're going to do is get the judgment ending now. Which is very similar to the justice ending we got, where we kill Martha and then get beat up by Mike. Or we get beat up by Mike and then we kill Martha. Different locations, but okay. So when prompted, make the following expressions. Sure, I remember you. Smile for me, boy. Ellie believes you. How have you been? How have you heard, by the way? Okay. I just wanted to wait for her here. This looked a bit weird. You okay? Has something happened between you two? She looks like the gossipy type. You decided to put on a show. No, I mean, how could she? She's been avoiding me for all these days. Yes, we broke up, but poor Kennedy's missing. We have to talk. Wait, you dated? You did not. Oh, but it's a secret. I need to see her, honestly. Oh, I get it. Of course, I understand. It's 4:30, the door near this one, actually. Thanks, girlie. Okay. No, we already know her address, so we don't need to look at that. Well, no, I'm not. I'm not gonna talk to Martha. You look disgusted. I mean, no, sir. Not really. The lady from 997 has called for me. I'm a rat exterminator. The tenant doesn't look convinced. So, apartment 97, you say? Well, how about you tell the missus and ask her about it? Smile. Shrug your shoulders. Sure, do that. Do you have her phone? He seems to be taken aback by your eagerness. No. No, I don't. It's alright, I believe you. But I'll be sure to come check on you in half an hour, do you hear me? We are a very close community in this condominium. Martha does not live in apartment 97. It should be alright. Okay. Gonna change the palette again. Okay. Let's do Manful Soul. Hey coppers, what's poppin'? I don't believe that though. Do you, Ted? So well, the bruises you showed us earlier. That Michael Graves who gave it to you? Scratches? How the hell does a guy give another guy nail scratches? I told you, he's wearing rings. He's a rock fan or something. I've noticed an Ozzy Osbourne poster on his locker. Yeah, I remember. You told me that. This seems to correspond with what the others said. Unfortunately, Mr. Graves seems to be a very short-tempered boy. So, William, will you actually be able to testify against Michael in the court of law? Absolutely, sir. Come on, Ted, don't tell me you... Ugh, we'll talk later. The interrogation is over for now, William. We'll tell you when you're free to go. There's just a bit of paperwork left. Okay. So now we have judgment. Let's see what Detective Yu has to say about that. What a strange outcome that was. I do feel bad about Michael's fate. Oh, do you feel bad about what's going to happen to Graves? I wish I could do something about it. You do have the power to divert the way some events go. You won't lull me into the false sense of safety, Lila. Even if I did that, I now know for sure. And the garden of the forking paths, there will always be one that leads to Mr. Graves being falsely accused. This card is objective evidence of that. Not bad, Detective. Many others will try to deceive themselves, thinking that only one of the many paths is real. Yet they all exist simultaneously, intersecting. In a weird way. They seem to dictate each other's logic, too. I'm not sure if I can entirely grasp the picture in its entirety yet, though. Do you feel that you need to? Oh, yes. Yes, I have to. I don't think I'll be able to find satisfaction until I understand each little thing. I feel like it's what I need to do in order to find out who you are, Lila. Well, see about that. You seem to have exhausted the Goga. Ooh. New palette. Alright, so we're gonna talk to Martha again. And we're gonna be really pissed off when Michael shows up. Okay. So this time it looks like I have to be really scared. It's the same police sequence. I believe this gets us the strength ending. You looked scared. You didn't look very confident. Your confidence level decreased. The detective may have noticed that. Pardon if I'm being insensitive, but have you ever been diagnosed as neurodivergent? No. Have you ever been evaluated by a neurologist? No, never. Got you. Alright, now, Will, I have a photograph here. Is something wrong, kid? You look frightened. I don't know. I'm just afraid that I'll say something wrong. What do you mean by that? I don't know. I'm afraid that I say something that'll make you think I did something wrong. What was your relationship with her? Neutral. Ah, the most neutral of expressions. Whatever the fuck is happening here. Okay. What did you talk about? Normal stuff, mutual friends. No, I don't know. Well, Martha Jennings is one of my friends. I think she and Tanya were close. Fuck. I want scared. I want some scared faces here. No, that's understandable. I don't get all worked up. I know how kids are sometimes. Did you talk after the party? No, we stopped. That's why I didn't know she was missing until now. Why have you stopped talking? I don't know, it just kind of happened. Did you two have a fight? No. Why do you think you two stopped talking? Well, I guess I just thought she was boring. She thought I was boring and might not be the best person to hang around. And why is that? I don't know. I guess I was always born that way. I've kind of always been like this. Always, huh? Have you been a lonely kid at school? Yeah, I didn't have friends. Never really. Didn't you have friends when you were young? It's usually easier to make friends when you're a kid. Not really, just my mom. Are you on good terms with your mom now? She passed away, sir. I understand. Did it happen a long time ago? It's been 3 years now, sir. Must have been tough. Yes, sir. It's been possible to bear for a while. Can you tell me more about her? She was great, honestly, and she cared about me a lot. A bit too much at times. How's that? Well, she'd meet me from school until I was about 12. She always knew what was up with me, was very strict about my grades. That was because she loved me. She did do those strange things sometimes, but I guess that's just because she felt lonely. What things would that be, Will? Well, my mom told me I was not allowed to date until I was 16. I was friends with a girl, and I kinda. You liked her, right? Yeah, her name was Annie. Did your mom know? Yes, she did. She didn't like that, obviously. She started talking to me a lot about her, trying to convince me that I shouldn't be interested in girls yet or something. That couldn't have been true. I mean, how old were you? 15. So what happened then? At some point, she stopped with her lectures. I thought she was finally cool with my choices. Until, um, until I brought Annie to our house. What did your mother do? She asked if she could talk to us. We said yes, and so she sat us across the table, and she started saying nasty things, disturbing, shameful things about me and about her. Some of them were true, some made up. I remember I started crying, begging for her to stop, and she just sat there talking monotonously, her eyes fixed at Annie. She kept repeating, "Annie, you are such a naughty, naughty girl." Annie wouldn't talk to me after that. I thought I'd never forgive Mom, but, you know, I guess when you live with someone, you always have to forgive them at some point. That sounds terrible, Will. Life must have been hard with a parent like this. No, She protected me, you know? I guess she just wanted me to be the only one I cared about.
That's normal for a human, isn't it? Could I ask how she died? I can't remember too much for some reason. I just know someday there was a problem with the piping. She went down to fix it and... It's alright, Will. Sorry, I just really miss her, sir. Let's change the topic for now. Gathering, okay. And this is Lauren's stuff. You look scared. I didn't. Please, Lil, it's no use now. I'll tell you something an old friend of mine used to say. Of all the people in the world, the best and the worst are drawn to a dead dog. Most turn away. Only those with the purest of heart can feel its pain. I know you aren't a bad guy, William. I know you can feel the pain of others, can't you? No, please don't make me. No. It's just not. She didn't. She wasn't even scared when I killed her. I killed her, sir. I killed Tanya Kennedy. Thank you, Will. You did a good job just now. Oh God. Okay. Strength. What? How did this happen? Did Will turn himself in? Was it your plan all along, Lila? But I thought it was ended a different way. I don't get it. Have you heard of the Garden of Forking Paths, Detective? Borges' short story? Yes. I mean, I get it. The story could have been unraveled in many different ways and so on. You don't have to be a genius to understand there are multiple possible routes. But which of them actually happened? You don't get it. They all happened. But in alternative universes or something? No, in this universe, silly. But which one is canonical? All of them are. And none of them are. You seem to think that some are the dreams you see are more important than others, Detective. I suggest you reconsider. All of them are equally ephemeral. All of them are nothing but dreams. You seem to have exhausted the cards to talk about, okay.
That lady touched that for the unleashed.
Okay, so the little demon is saying the lady touched the burning wires. So let's go. This time when we meet, whatever she's called, when we properly closed her eyes. That's loudest. I don't want to close my eyes. Oh, well, death. Let's check out what you has to say about this. Are you afraid of death? I think death means different things to us, you. I won't die if you shoot a gun at me, but a full understanding of my story, a loss of interest that closure brings, that's... Well, never mind. Forget it. What about you? I'm not sure. I've died many times, but it was all met with a different dream. Along your path, have you ever stumbled upon a man with 6 arms and snake eyes? I have, just once. When you leave me in this dream, try to recall what he said. You are in a very special position right now. You have the opportunity to either jump into the wheel again or be free of dreams forever. Don't waste it. This time, try to make death be the end of you.
We have to get back to the dream. It's such a shame we have. I wish we could talk more like this, you. You seem to have... Okay.
Okay, so now time to get another ending. So it turns out the code to this is actually in the game's header. So it's 3816, July 13th. I've been helping out a little farm near Father Lawrence's church. I'm not sure what he needs all those animals for, though. No one from the Brethren seems to be eating them, yet some animals disappear after time. Is he breeding and selling them or something? It's confusing. July 14th. They say I'm pretty good with Lila's enforcement. Father Lawrence told me not to write her name down, but I'd rather trust her than him. I think the others may be jealous since she started talking to me so quickly. A part of the page is torn. September 12th. I don't think they know what they're talking about. Tulpas are a very personal thing. It can't be that their Lila is the same as mine. It's just a part of me. It can't be connected to them. We are not connected. September 15th. She scared me today, by the way. Lila did. She started talking about the prince and stuff. Not the musician. She has her own idea of how things like personalities and egos work. I don't believe her, but for the moment I really felt lost and unsure of what my me really consists of. Lila, when you'll be reading this, don't scare me like this again. I'm already becoming kind of unsure about this whole thing. Still love you, though. There's a bunch of pages torn. November 20th. It can't be that they look similar. They just look similar. It's her. I forgot for a time, but I recall her face. It's her. It cannot be not her. December 3rd. Today is the day. Today is the day. Look, man, I know you've had your issues with showing emotion and empathy and stuff, and that we've had our differences. But please, you know I love this girl. Please tell me what you know, Will.
Really? Yes. Look, Mike, I'm as worried as you are. I know you guys don't like me all that much, but we are all in this together. We'll find Tanya. Don't worry about it. The universe has better plans for you. Don't give me that shit. I'm not forgiving you what you did behind my back. Wait, what did you say? I said we'll find Tanya. No, 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 after that. You said the universe has better plans for you. You did, didn't you? That's what she always said. You were doing this on purpose, aren't you? Fucking freak. Is that how you were planning to find out where she is? By calling me a freak? I knew I couldn't trust you, Graves. What? So you just tricked me, you fuck? You did, didn't you? You. Oh, curious. Hmm. I think he's alright now, Dr. Hades. A very lucky young man, no? To fall from such a high roof and not even break anything. Was he on drugs? No, blood samples show he's clear, nothing really, not even alcohol. I think he needs to rest now. Okay, this is completely new. A white nightstand, it's empty. The sky is light gray of one tone. It's so bright, it's almost white. A sterile hospital bed. How do I leave? Oh, there we go. Ward number 33. So I've been meaning to ask you. When I'm not, like, visually imposing you, where do you go? Well, nowhere really. I just stop, you know? Being. Oh, must be really scary. Not really. You do it all the time too, Will. When you lose consciousness or when you sleep without dreams. Oh, not existent. Existing is like being asleep? It's not really like anything. It's as there isn't
someone for whom it's like something. Not being doesn't really happen to anyone per se. Well, you just said it happens to me sometimes. It's a very bold of you to assume that some of you actually exists. But Lila, you aren't making any sense now. I am here. I'm talking to you. Is that so? And how would you describe that I? I don't know. Like I'm young and maybe overanalyzing, and I really like lemon soda, and I broke my knee when I was in kindergarten. So you are that. So you are your personality and your memories. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
You see, Will, there is a problem with what you just said.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, let's pretend for a moment you're right, and you really are your personality, memories, and so on. But isn't the one listening to me right now also you?
Huh? Sure.
And the one seeing me is you, and the one feeling all the different things is you. Let's call this you, the perceiver.
Uh-huh.
We like to imagine the perceiver as a pupil of an eye. The perceiver may cast his gaze upon anything, colors or sounds, touch or feelings, but how could you imagine they're looking at itself directly?
A mirror?
Oh, I wouldn't trust the mirror, my sweet dear Lilium. The ghosts of the other side may only look like us.
So, all right, in that sense, it really can't. The people can never see itself, so what?
It means that whatever the people can perceive is not it. You can analyze your memories and your personality, yet the real perceiver always stays in the shadows. One of his human names is the Prince, although he doesn't really have a name, of course. In that sense, there isn't really a difference between you and other people, Will.
Huh? What do you mean?
For you, where do other people exist? I mean, their minds, memories, and so on.
In their heads?
Wrong. You have no ability to see what's inside someone's head. To you, people are a fictitious creation, a number of expectations generated from their reactions, a phantom existing exclusively in your head. And the funny thing is, your own personality is too.
What? I'm real, Lila. Even if other people may imagine by me, my own character is
What's the definition of imaginary?
something that exists just in my mind.
And where does your personality reside? It's all right, my sweet William. You, your memories, your mind, these are only temporary shards of colored glass. The visioner, the perceiver, the prince may only look through them and imagine for a moment that he is these shards. He never truly becomes them, and it's surprising how quickly he may look away from one to the other. Remember, Will, the moment he looks at another one of them, he might think he's someone different.
As you stare at the veil before you, you are filled with emotions of a strange nostalgia. The curtains flap in the wind, yet you don't feel a drop. A hauntingly beautiful melody can be heard from behind it. For a moment, you can't help but gaze at the shriveling fabric. Oh,
An old-looking apparatus. Strange, apart from projecting, it looks like it's also somehow receiving its own image. Seems like its reels are detachable. You've placed the reel. Lila must be gone now. And I'll
Where am I going? I'm just traveling. Ooh, a boat! Let's go! Hi, Luna. Oh, a guest has joined us. It's 30 minutes until cat dinner time, so that's why. Ooh, what's that? Let's go. Endings. Which one did we get this time? The Hanged Man. Use Office. Let's check that out. Luna, do you have to have your butt in in my face? Sorry. I thought you'd be gone after that. Well, it takes a bit more than getting rid of that stupid reel. That film reel was created by William, but I'm not contained in it. It only resembles me a little bit. Just like that bitch, Tanya. Why do you look like her? Does everyone see you the same way? The worms of Lawrence do, but there are some who can see better than others. That seem to be exhausted. Okay. Okay. So last time we had the wheel and we placed it on. Now we don't. There's nothing there. Now let's go to the boat. Okay, and then this one was the Fool. Load game, use Office, load. In Tarot, this is my favorite card. The Fool. I get what you're saying. Too bad we're here now. Yes. It seems like whatever William did there didn't really help. Still, I like to imagine him some other place. As clear-minded as childlike as the Fool. Not remembering and not assessing the junk around him. Just being. That's why you envy us, isn't it? You can't do that for yourself, as you rely on food we humans give you.
I don't envy anybody, you. There's just no use in comparing stupid glass shards, even if you think one of them is yours.
We seem to have... Okay.
Hey everybody, Future Chance here again. Just popping in to let you guys know that all the video from this on point was actually recorded later than the video you all just saw. I had less video than I expected for a possible fourth episode, and I realized I could just append it to this because I would have to edit this video a lot anyways. Also, the game audio fixed itself again. I'm not sure what happened when re-recording, but not going to complain about that. And also, this is where some of the Audacity problems come in, so I'll let you guys get right back to it. And we also found where the reals of the brain are, I suppose, of the multiple existences that are, etc. We're kind of learning more about Lila's existence and how it kind of pertains to William's own existence and etc. So we're just gonna get right back into it. Let's see. Okay, so I'm now getting the High Priestess games. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Thank you for letting me through. Hi, Lila. So, we got 2 more endings where we took this off and replaced it with the wheel we got. As you notice, we no longer have it anymore. We took away the wheel, and now we're just going to leave it. Now we're going to go on a boat again. Huh, I never noticed that looked like me. Or it looked like William, rather. To the static electricity we go. Alright, and this time we got the High Priestess. Load game, hey you. Please pick a card. Okay, let's see. Scroll.
So, just who are you, Lila?
Oh, I am Will's Telpa. He made me after the passing of his mother, too. Oh, wait. No, I'm the vengeful spirit of the girl named Tanya Kennedy, and... Oh, no, wait. I'm a scientific experiment conducted by the US government to brainwash its citizens, too. Or am I a metaphor for mental abuse everybody has seen 100 times already? Or am I a twisted incarnation of Will's dark, tormented psyche? Ooh, which one is it, detective?
Playful as usual, I see. Don't worry, Lila. I won't stop until I find out. Even if it means I'm feeding you in the process.
Please do, my friend.
We seem to have exhausted the cards to talk about. Okay.
Okay, so this next ending, the tower, So we already got the information is when the Daemon, whatever, was telling me Calamity happened on 13/11. So I'm gonna go into my computer's settings and change the date. I might have to close out of the game for this, so just one sec, guys. Okay, so I changed the date. Wake up. So... Okay, so let's look at the painting. Okay, I changed the time. Didn't save. Give me 1 second. Okay. Went through all of that, and for what, computer? And for what?
Please don't go closer. Stay in the corner there, please. They are all dead, aren't they? The newsletter said so. Even Father Lawrence. And I have to say it now. Lila, I won't kill any more animals for you. That dog was... Lila, why did you tell me to stay home that day? I'm sorry, I can't do this anymore. You have to leave. I don't know where. You must be just a piece of me. You're not more than I am. So why can't you just leave? Please.
Please stop with this nonsense, Will. You know I can't leave you. But something has to change. Don't worry too much about it. It's important to keep a clear mind. It'll just be like a swap of lenses in a kaleidoscope, or reels in a movie projector. Don't run from it, just let me.
No, don't touch me.
Of course, am keeping away from Lila. An old column. I can't tell how old, and I got a new palette, but I have to run away from Lila, so I don't get to check it out immediately. So in the original recording, I did get jump scared there. Just letting you guys know. I'm not immune to jump scare. So at this point, I am still trying to figure out how to get past Lila. I do figure it out, but not yet, as you can see. I have to die a few more times before that happens, so... And then I learned that there's an elevator, and I'm like, oh, an elevator. I said that I wouldn't properly remember what happened, but actually, it turns out I'm simpler than I think I am, so I think at this point I looked at the walkthrough because I'm like, how am I supposed to do this? And I just don't know. I read in the guide that you're actually supposed to get Lila to follow you down the stairs, and then take the elevator up. So, basically, I try to get Lila to follow me, and it's a little scary, but not too scary. This game's mood is very, very good and very effective. Definitely, this is future chance, by the way, if you didn't notice. Upon like editing these videos and kind of revisiting the story, it's very cohesive and actually very well told. It's in the moment, it's kind of a lot and you're not really sure what's going on, but upon reflection and upon seeing it again, it becomes very clear that some of the stuff becomes clearer than when you're first experiencing it. You have the additional reflection. So, you know, like part of it is this student drama between these young adults, assuming they're in college, between all these adults who are just trying, you know, who are going through their own relationship struggles and everything and going through huge changes in their lives. And then, ooh, and there's this really cool theater. This theater just looks incredible. You can see me being like, wow, it doesn't look incredible by waving my mouse around. But it's really effective. It's a cool game. I think I'm getting to the point where we'll have moved to real. Now there's just one. We'll have okay. It's useless now, Will. You think you've got the upper hand? You are just delaying the inevitable. It's no... Okay. And that was the tower ending. There we go. Now, time to go to Detective U. Okay. So the trickster gets tricked, huh? You could say so. It wasn't a fair play. Will wouldn't have benefited so much from giving up his wheel. What are these reels? What's on them? Just garbage you human collect throughout your life. Memories, habits, although sometimes you get something good. Are you referring to yourself? Well, obviously. You humans still need something to see me as, so you construct a projection of me, the same way you construct projections of other people you know. All your identities are just silly pieces of film illuminated by the prince. Aren't you the same? Oh, I'm much more detective. You seem to have Okay. So now, on the Twitter page, there is an address that I do manually need to type in that we learned. Specifically, let's just type it up. I'm gonna type in text, so 200 Grand Beaver Ave. Okay. Let's sit down. Oh, we also got a new palette while my Audacity crashed. Lilac Mania. Coffee as usual, Lila? She doesn't wait for you to answer. Thanks. Detective Yu's been here earlier today. Huh? Really? Yep, He didn't ask anything about you, though.
Makes sense. He doesn't even need to, that sneaky jerk.
Yeah, he's still figuring out, you know, who you are.
Well, obviously, we wouldn't be here if he wasn't, would we?
Well, yeah. Have you thought that maybe he's just giving us some more time out of pity? I mean, it could be he already knows that you're a...
Shh! Shut up!
Sorry, I'm just teasing.
Oh, come on! You know you's listening even now.
Sure, otherwise I wouldn't be here talking to you. He must think he's really powerful, mustn't he?
Guess so. He's certainly good at figuring things out. A nosy guy, I'd give him that.
Well, at the end of the day, his curiosity his curiosity is what keeps us alive. That and his pain.
Yeah, poor guy, actually. To think how much of his time he's given us is filled with suffering.
What's he doing it for then?
He hopes that his slither of satisfaction, our world is built so, gives him little pieces of info so he feels as though he's getting somewhere.
Doesn't he realize that 90% of his time consists of pain? And only like 10% is goodness?
I don't know. Even so, he's a machine of pain. A suffering generator, as all humans are. At least his attentions is what keeps.
Well, come now, don't give out too much. You know, we haven't talked in such a long time, but he's listening.
Yes, he'll pester me about this for sure when I come back.
Do you have to?
It's up to him. It's up to you to decide.
Well, thanks for coming today. I rarely see you these days.
Yeah, I kind of missed all this. That was very pleasant. Now apparently I'll get a palette by interacting with this coffee cup. Ooh, let's check that out. Coffee beans. That's on. The sun. What was that all about? Machine of pain? Me?
You love it when it's about you, don't you?
Why? I mean, I don't care. We can talk about something else if you'd like. What did she mean that it's... And then she said my curiosity keeps you alive.
You are so close to finding out the truth. Do you realize that, Detective?
Just answer my question, Lila. Why are you saying that it's up to me?
Come on, Detective. You're almost there.
I can't yet. Please, can't you just tell me?
Warning! Missing header at you end part 2.
Huh?
If it's easier to understand that way, an identity is like a piece of semi-transparent film. It lies in a ray of light, so the light thinks it's a piece of film.
Doesn't the light itself want to know what it is? I know I want to know what that light is, or what light is.
Neither the film nor the light want things. It's just written on the film. I want to know what light is.
I don't get it.
It's like when reading a book. On their own, the characters are just a bunch of symbols, but your attention makes them kind of alive. It's as if they burrow in your mind as a simulation space, to play out their consciousnesses. It's like a wind power walking machine. Your attention makes it move and act like a living thing. But when it's still, it loses its meaning.
Wait, so you, on the other hand, you are composed of an intersection of many rays of attention, aren't you?
Very good, yes.
But even if I were to get rid of all of them, you wouldn't disappear. Why?
Well, I guess I can just straight up tell you.
No. No. Fuck no.
Sometimes a piece of film is designed in such a way that when catching the light of attention once, it tries to do every little thing to keep it to itself. It creates mazes and unbelievable fractals of mystery. You see, the beauty of it is, its structure is not random. There's always an underlying logic, and a single correct interpretation of its narrative.
But but is it even obtainable at this point?
I don't know. Its pieces was always designed to be just explainable, but small contradictions and unspoken details usually prevent the full picture from being formed.
So what? Was it all two?
Yes, yes.
So this must be the most vile and the last trick of them all.
Okay, so I think that was the Detective U secret ending. I don't really know what was so secret about it.
We gotta talk, man.
Well, then let's talk, Mike. Was that why you were looking for me this morning?
Where's Tanya?
I put it on easy mode. While I like the expressions moving on their own, when I'm trying to get all the endings, it's not really particular. Mike's demeanor stays the same.
Don't pretend you're tough. Look, if you don't want me to beat the shit out of you, you better start talking. Calm down, Graves. What are you, a child? You do realize you'll get in trouble for violent behavior again. Well, that's new. What are you, gonna tell me? Look, buddy, I don't care much at this point. I'll fucking quit school if it means finding Tanya. Would you go to court too? The fuck are you talking about? The cops are here. Isn't that so, Martha?
I talked to a police officer today, yes. They must still be here.
I said I don't give a shit. Tanya's gone and she went missing after she went to your place. Martha's told us.
You look scared. Mike notices you are scared of him. He feels more confident.
Just answer me, man. I'm telling you, I'm not that patient. What's up? Cat got your tongue? Spill it, freak. Or do you want to get beat? Huh, you want it? I don't. Come on. You look scared. Well, I guess there's just one thing left to do, buddy.
Mike, please wait.
Come here, punk. Mike is sure you are defenseless. This is your chance.
Oh! That's new.
Oh.
Will, stop.
Stop it. Get the fuck away from Graves, you. Mike, are you okay? Is that blood? Man, can you hear us? We need to get him to the hospital quick. Now is the perfect time to abscond. Okay, that's new. Alright, so we just beat the shit out of Mike. Awesome.
I have no idea how old any of these characters are supposed to be. I think it's meant to be college, but like, because that would explain some stuff at least. Alright, let's go to Martha's house. Hey, Martha. Okay, so this is where, when we were talking to the detective, apparently on the itch.io page there is an interactable model of the card Temperance. And that's what we're aiming to get here. Okay. Okay, do you know why you're here? No, I don't. Submit. Your confidence level increased. Are you William Clark, correct? Disgusted. You look disgusted. However, that is really not my name.
Excuse me.
My name is Lila.
Can you elaborate? Did you change your name?
No, the name Lila was assigned to me by the worms of Lawrence, although I have been known by many names since the dawn of humanity.
Could you elaborate?
A child is born, and with him comes roughly the shadow of shadowy figures. Each child has roughly a similar set of them. Some of the shadows are hazier, some shake form after some time. The children never see us, but we're always there pulling the strings. And when a child invites me in, I can't resist it.
So are you saying now this is not William I'm speaking to right now?
It is not, but do not worry, you know who I am. After all, you were born with me as well. I am the one snatching children from their sleeping mothers. I am the nocturnal queen, the one known to cast both nightmare and dreams of lust.
I, excuse me, I'm not sure what just happened. So you're claiming to be some sort of demon or...
You don't seem to understand. I want to talk to Detective Yu now.
Look, bud, there's no detective by that name here. Now let's go back to what we were discussing. Do you know this girl?
Of course, she is the reason I am here talking to you.
And why is that exactly?
Because she looks exactly like me, and because my little William slaughtered her.
William being.
This boy's assigned name, William Clark. He was the one to invite me in.
So you're saying that I am now talking to some being inhabiting the body of William Clark. Will, it's a very common thing guilty people do. They come up with these stories to clear their conscience. But it was you who did it, wasn't it?
William did this, yes.
But you are William.
I want to talk to Detective Yu.
I already told you there isn't a detective by that name here. So backtracking a bit, alright. If Will did this, how did he do this?
I don't know everything. He was able to tire me out to keep me hungry long enough so I didn't look through his eyes anymore. But I remember him meeting this copycat girl. The spark of remembrance was nutritious enough for me to catch a glance of her. It all happened in a room full of people. There was music.
Are you a chance talking about Matt Hurley's party?
Then I could catch glimpses more often. They talked about silly things. He must have started remembering. I saw clearly she looked just like me. Not nearly as beautiful, but I could see why William would confuse us two. He thought I came back for him. He thought she was me. So that's why he slaughtered her.
How did he do it?
He slaughtered her. And then it's hilarious. He cried like an infant, this stupid guy. He couldn't take it in, the thing that was unraveling before his eyes. Delicious. So I had to step in. All in all, it was a happy coincidence. I had to clean up after him, though. Cut the body to pieces.
We had found a book about tulpas in William's drawer. Would you claim that you are his tulpa?
The worms like to call me that. They thought they had control. But they are no gods. You humans can't create anything new. So all you do is create artificial empty spaces in your head in hopes that someone like me comes and fills it up. And so I came. They believed it was a product of their thought. But I was here all along.
I'm sorry, you'll have to stop with this nonsense. You will be evaluated by the court doctors in more time after this interrogation ends. You do realize that you'll go to jail regardless of who you claim you are. This body, if you will, is going to court.
It does not matter. My affairs will be fulfilled from any place. You could be dead now if had I wanted it.
Well, that's a bold claim. In any case, there's no reason to continue this interrogation. The motive and crime scene seem to be clear. We will ask you to lead us through the crime scene after this, so we'll get a more accurate picture.
Sure thing, officer. Sure thing.
Okay. Okay, it does not show up here. Okay.
And I just have one more to go.
Okay.
Okay, so now this is known as the Lila ending. Alright.
Neutral. William, I've noticed a certain thing about you. I find it rather strange, like you look like you're in some sort of comatose state right now. Why are you doing this?
What do you mean?
For the last 20 minutes, you haven't been showing any emotions, nor did your voice change. Are you doing this on purpose?
No.
It's really weird, buddy. Cut it out, will you? I don't know what you're talking about. Come on, man. What's going on? Loosen up a bit, would you? You're acting all normal beforehand. What happened?
I'm not sure I understand.
Your voice remained lifeless. Why are you doing this? Do you have something to hide? Is that your defense mechanism? We can do many things. You can do many things, man. We all know about psychological pressure. If it's an act, I recommend you drop it now, because trust me, we'll find a way to get to you. Got it? You got it, Will? Say something, buddy. What, you aren't going to talk now? I thought we had a deal, William. Let's go back to the start then. Tell me more about Tanya Kennedy. All right. Listen, now I will go out and another detective will come and talk to you. Trust me, he is not as nice as I am, all right? Are you sure you want that? Say something for God's sake. Okay. So, another silent one. My name is Detective Fisher. I don't have time to fuck around like you did with Ted, okay? You get what I'm saying, kid? Neutral. All right then. You know, buddy, we crack people like you real easy here. What you're doing isn't new, nor is it gonna help you. He lowers his voice. We found a female torso in the trash near your apartment. Think you and I both know who it belongs to. The tests are almost ready too, by the way. Want to see whose DNA we'll find on her body? No reaction? Guess you are the cold-blooded monster everyone sees you as. No emotion, no remorse, fucking nothing. You don't care about how people will see you, right? You don't even want to defend yourself. Or imagine how her mom will feel. How she'll feel when she learns her daughter was killed by some remorseless fucker. Imagine her face, how spiteful and disgusted she'll be when she sees you in court. You're a sorry excuse of a human being. You're nothing. Oh, did you? No. Did you kill Tanya Kennedy, William? I see how it is. Alright. We have all the time to start waiting until you start talking, buddy. What's... It seems you were talking about something. It's warm. But aren't you... Aren't you Lila? Huh? What was it you said? Aren't you Lila? What? If it's a joke, I don't get it. Who's Lila? Fisher, I've just received the news. They have found a dead body at Birthwood. It's Martha Jennings. Well, well. A tenant, his name is Murray. He called us in saying he heard screaming. It's the girl we talked to earlier today, isn't it? Such a fucking shame. Mr. Murray was concerned about the strange young man who was trying to get into the condo. You described our William pretty well. You'll have to wait here, kid. We'll talk when we get back.
Thank you for playing. All right, so that's it for Where's Lila? Or not Where's Lila, Who's Lila? Not Where's Lila, we know where she is. Um, I enjoyed this game. It was really interesting. Very odd. Very odd for sure. I did not realize this was an ARG when I got into it, so that was a fun little element. I don't really do a lot of ARGs. I like reading about them after the fact, but I don't really participate in them very much myself. Um, but yeah, this was a cool game. It was really interesting. Yeah, really, really a very interesting kind of thing about identity and consciousness and what that entails. Lila is a character who is taking a very much a approach of like she has always existed, she is something more, and what is human consciousness? Is there really a difference between her and say Will? And in fact, she argues that she's better. But you know, it's a very interesting kind of story in that because it's not really about Tanya, right? Like we learned the story there. Will met Tanya. Will was a part of a fraternity that created the tulpa known as Lila in hopes to kind of create a meme, so to speak, that would impact everybody and quote unquote positively impact the world. Um, it doesn't seem like that particular thing was properly done. They created Lila. Um, it is Lila would argue that she is different she is the same. She is the same Lila, but it becomes difficult because what is the version of a person who is in your head? And then she's gone for a long time. He hasn't fed her. And then he goes to a party and he meets a girl named Tanya who looks a lot like Lila, almost exactly like her, in fact. Um, he ends up sleeping with her, and um, he ends up sleeping with her, and and he thinks she's Lila, and she isn't. And in his rage, it's unclear specifically what happened, but he has an intense emotion, and because she reminds him of Lila, he kills her. Um, then Lila takes over, and the events of the game pan out as they were. Um, it's very interesting. I think it was a really cool game to play. Um, a really interesting game to play. I really enjoyed the story and what was going on in it, and kind of the kind of themes on display, like about the consciousness and everything like that. I don't really have anything to say. This has been my thing at the end of every video, I guess. I don't know. I really enjoyed it. I think if this game interests you at all, you should definitely take a shot and play it yourself. Support the creator and all that. It's a really cool game, and um, yeah, no, I really enjoyed myself. I don't think like the basic story, like the main mystery, is kind of like what happened with Tanya. That unravels pretty quickly. And this game isn't very long either. It feels a lot longer than it is. Like I'll check the time and I'll be like, oh wow, that's not as long as I was expecting. Um, it has a lot of really cool elements to it, but I definitely recommend it. I really enjoyed it, and yeah, I have no idea what I'll play next, but we'll figure that out as it goes. I hope you guys have a great one. Bye!